He said that Israel has certain pressures. Could you expand on that? What pressures are?
I mean, literally since it's, I gotta start with recent history. Since 1948, the founding of Israel, there's been a lot of, we've been attacked, I mean, hundreds of times. There have been several wars, Six-Day War. I'm trying to not get into the Jewish word for the wars.
That's okay.
The Yom Kippur War, but I don't know what you guys call it. In America, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in Jewish day school. But, I mean, Syria, Egypt, Lebanon, Iran, not specifically Iraq recently, but Saudi Arabia even. Not Jordan, but some, you know, it's like a lot of pressures on it, you know, on the authenticity of the state, the legitimacy of us living there, and whether or not they want us to be spared. How you doing?
Hello.
What did you record?
Do you have a scheduled meeting here?
Yeah, about 15 minutes.
All right, can you give us 15 minutes, then we'll be out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Thanks,
Out
man.
of curiosity, who is meeting here?
It's the marketing club.
Okay, we were wondering who meets in here, that's all.
Oh no, this is like an accident.
Right, the
Yeah,
secret
that's what
like
we just
fancy
did.
room, yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you know when we make it as Azkaban.
Okay, yeah, we should be done in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks.
But I'll be back.
Okay. We're
We
counting
should be
on
done
it.
real quick.
Where were we on that one? Okay, we'll move on to, what is your opinion of Palestinians?
Palestinians.
Mm-hmm.
That is a group of people. It's hard to have an opinion on an extended family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if there are people who are related to each other and have a common ancestry, I mean, I haven't met enough to make an assessment on the entire group.
What do you feel has influenced the way that you think about them, I guess?
Definitely in elementary school I was introduced to and exposed to videos of terrorist attacks in Israel, a lot of them. I did spend time in Israel. I did spend some time with those who identify as Palestinian. But I'd say my first exposure was definitely as a kid, you know, knowing that we were, when I say we, I mean Israel was under attack, not specifically the Palestinians. I feel like as I got older, that word was used more, but it was always specific countries attacking or, you know, inciting violence.
How do you think your family feels about Palestinians? And yeah, do they have any biases that you feel that you maybe don't hold, like especially the older generations in your family?
Yeah, some sort of. I mean, I feel like my family, I mean, they try not to be stereotypical and they try not to generalize, but they definitely do at times. And sometimes they will group all Arab people together, which is obviously ridiculous. It's a lot of people. And there's a lot of people with a lot of different, I mean, each group has their own motivations. But I mean, my mother, for example, she's a very caring person, but sometimes she will generalize and she will, you know, say things that I would consider, you know, like over the line or not necessarily, you know, how could you know that? But I mean, my family tries to be fair in their assessments.
What biases do you feel are held against you as an Israeli or as a Jewish person?
Money, believe it or not. People assuming that, you know, I have a lot of money, which to me is absolutely also ridiculous. Also, sometimes I feel afraid to tell how I really feel. You know, especially in a school like Columbia, where, you know, not everybody, but this is a very left-wing school. And I'm in class and people, you know, read the news or they watch TV and they are told something, and I grow up being raised thinking something maybe contrary, or I'll experience something different. You know, I spent a year in Israel and I'll experience things and people will make statements about what Israel is doing or stuff like that, and, you know, it does, you know, bother me that I know they're talking about friends of mine or family of mine and they don't know what they're talking about. whether they're just wrong or, it's like it's an opinion matter. How could you know who's right? Right is a funny word.
Have you ever felt sorrow or pity for, I guess, the opposite side, so for Palestinians in the conflict?
Definitely. I feel like the Palestinian people themselves, not the government that is ruling over what is now Palestine. I'd say the Palestinian people, I feel like, kind of get the worst of everything because their government is waging a war, whether or not they're for it or against it. They are in support of this war. Hamas is a group that is militant, and part of their mission statement, so to speak, is to eradicate the Jews. So I'm not going to demonize an entire people because I don't really have faith in voting to believe that they, want the Jews killed. But I do believe that they get screwed because their government wants them to fight. Our government's going to fight back even if they don't want to because they're getting attacked. And then the Palestinian people get, screwed over because they're getting attacked by their people who are inciting war, and they're getting attacked by the Israeli people, and they don't even have their own military to defend themselves. So I do feel sorrow, and I sympathize.
Ooh, that is an out of order question. What sources do you kind of talk about going to Jewish school, but what other sources does your knowledge come from about the conflict?
I mean, I read the newspaper pretty daily. There's a video, I don't remember what company it is, there's a video that's trying to expose. The thing is, their mission statement is kind of biased in itself, is that they're trying to specifically look for anti-Israeli propaganda and demonstrate how this picture isn't what they're demonstrating it to be, but their mission statement is also to, flip around propaganda. So, outside of personal experience and newspaper and what I grew up with, it's hard to find information. I see it on Facebook, or I'll read it, I'll look up news, but who's writing it, and everybody's got some agenda.
Did you witness any violence while you were there?
My last trip to Israel was a year ago, spring break. I spent spring break there, and the bus that I was supposed to be on actually blew up, but I missed the bus. That was pretty crazy. Definitely a wake-up call, knowing that this was the first time that I really thought, I have friends and family who are really in danger. I never really experienced that before. For me, it's like a story, things happen in Africa all the time that, truthfully, I don't really care enough about. I mean, I care conceptually, but not enough to spend money or not enough to go there and do anything about it. But this was like the first time that I was like, stuff is messed up in the world, and my family's in danger, my friends are in danger, I was in danger, and I didn't know it.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you feel personally affected by what you're witnessing, but
Obviously.
obviously that was pretty